Hi, my name is Lindsay. I am a boards advisor. Today, I want to share something that I truly love about boards. This is from the desktop version, and it is the Analytics tab. And what this does for you is incredible. So, Analytics, there are a couple different types of it, and this one here is a descriptive analytics. So, it's telling you what has already happened since the lifetime of your boards, that then you can take all this raw data and utilize it to your advantage. So when you click on this tab, under it drops down a menu and it says today, yesterday, last week, and it goes all the way through to all time. I like looking at all time as a broad uh, data collection. So I know over the whole course how I'm doing. And then from there, I do break it down closest to the date we're in, which would be the Today tab. So when you are looking and you pick what tab you want, you're going to see a number right here, and that tells you how many members were active in your boards app. And then you're going to see a number right here that says content interactions. And this is how many times your content was shared or viewed by your members of your board, which is pretty incredible. So you can see right here, I have 69 members. All time, I've had 64 members active, give or take, and my content interaction has been over 1,000, and that is incredible. My top content is to the right hand side, and this is content that was shared or viewed the most, and it's going to order it from the highest to the lowest. And don't get too caught up in the numbers over here, because there is not that big of a deal if something's not doing that great. You just know for future reference what can use some work and what is good the way it is. And it could also be the placement in which you have your boards organized. There's tons of different things that factor into this raw data numbers. So don't get too hemmed up on it, is my personal opinion on it. My Reels 101 guide is really kind of buried a little deep in my boards, and people might not be clicking through it and getting to it to click it and open it. And that's totally okay, because I haven't really walked through how the flow of my board. And I know that. So this just gauges how things are doing and how things aren't doing. And then over here, you'll see this flow chart, which shows you your daily active members. And this is that they were active in your boards per day. And what this is just, it blows my mind how cool it is. And Facebook has this. There's tons of social media platforms that have this type of analyzed data that you can collect, and that boards has it is something so fascinating. I'm just incredible in love with it. So you can see on April 17th, I have 4 active members. And then this just kind of, you flow with it and you can see how many people are active throughout every single day of the month. And when I get to these big spikes, like May 10th, I had 29 active members within my board. So they're doing something there. And I can go back and look and be like, what did I share out? Or what prompts did I give? Or where was my material getting pushed? And I can look back at that date throughout my social medias, and I can gauge what picked up these members to be interested in checking out something in my boards or going into the boards and looking for it. And that is something really, really fascinating that I love. And from there, I can be like, maybe I did a training video and that's what got shared out. I should do some more of those and see how my numbers of active members go up and down and what is really drawing people to my board. Now, the daily content chart that's right underneath is for interactions. So this is the number of times content was shared or viewed by members per day as well. And you can, sorry, my little thing's right there, but you can see the number going up. 91 content interactions, like that's huge. Let me go to this big spike. Once again, May 10th, 282 content interactions. That is incredible. I have 69 members, like I said in the beginning, and you can see right above. So to get that huge bulk of a number of interactions within my board tells me that between these two graphs, that day there was something shared out that really picked up and people were really engaged in. And what I can do is I'm going to go back and I can go back and analyze that in depth and see really what that material is. And then I can gauge it over with these numbers as well and where this stuff all falls into place. And from here, you'd be like, well, you've spit all this out and I'm lost in the sauce. What does this do for me? What it does for you is it allows you to break down your content within your boards from today all the way to all time and really see how many people are active within your board, how many content interactions you're having, the top content for the day, and the daily active members, and all your graphs down here that will show up daily content interactions. And this is just a really great idea. I haven't posted anything today. It's been a little bit. And I know that there was still 8 members that went to my board and looked at something. Somebody went and looked at something in my content. And this is a great. So I still have 9 out of 69 that were somehow in my boards today. And I didn't share anything. Yesterday, 29 members were active in it. They clicked into my advisor board or they just went and looked at something, but I can tell you they didn't click into it because they didn't interact with it, meaning they didn't share it or they didn't view it either. So they just happened to go into my board and look quick and maybe back out and go somewhere else. That's okay. Now, last week, I had 38 members active, 3 content interactions, and this was the first day that I dropped my June national holidays list, and I got an interaction on that. So it's kind of went up and down, but this is great because it's telling me that I need to put more material into my board and I need to be consistent with it and continue to get that growth and going. And I'm going to use my all-time and my last month as my gauge indicators. And you can see I had 61 members active, 800 content. I can watch these peaks. I can see my material that's taking off and what's not taking off. And I can brainstorm my game plan and really continue to monitor how my board is performing. And you can do this if on all the boards you have that you have members on. And if you are a co-editor on boards, you can also see this as well. So a great thing to check out. I hope this just really helps you where to find it and just kind of start searching around and looking at your raw data and seeing what's doing good and what's maybe something that you don't really have to focus on too much, and you can work on the things and the themes and all that type of stuff that people are really attracted to and are invested in learning more about. And you can pivot with your content, with your material based off this section. So I hope this helps, and I can't wait to share more in the future.